All right, so this is a little bit of Nick's story. On the top, you'll see that that is his first day at UQ Dental School where he did orientation. I did take him down. So James and I had a business at the time, so we couldn't both leave to take him down. So, and just to give you an example, we had no idea about UQ. We weren't even sure. And I said, you know what, we're just going to pay the deposit. I'll take you down. And if it's not at all like the website, then I guess we're just going to lose the deposit and bring you home. And 5 years later, when he did the graduation, and I was telling some of the other parents, they all laughed at me because I guess UQ is it's an excellent school, as are all of them. So, I guess it was kind of funny that I had no idea what we were getting into. But what's really cool is that in this photo, the girl in the middle is Sarah, and Aaron is on the left, and those are became his roommates. And he met on the very first day. Sarah also went down from Austrek, and they met before first day of campus. So what I wanted to also point out was that Austrek is excellent in that it brings you together, so that when my son went down to attend his first day of orientation, he knew more people in his class than Australians attending UQ dentistry. So, take advantage of what Austrek has to offer in these kinds of chat groups that they bring us together. And then the bottom.
So basically at the end of the year, which is the end of November,
before COVID,
the school year is obviously like January to November. So as Susie mentioned, she had brought Nicholas there, but then, I had never gone to Australia myself. So I went down and picked up Nick. And since we're there, we just did a triathlon. And then we came back home where we had Christmas in Canada. So it's a good time. It's, obviously, like Sarah mentioned, Australia is beautiful, lots of beaches and nice and hot and lots to do. So there's lots of outdoor activities and
a lot of sporting events.
So we did a triathlon.
All right. Next slide. Okay, so UQ Dental was and again, I know we're talking about UQ dentistry because that's what Nick did. We actually, since Nick went down, and like I said, he was the first one to go direct from his high school. A lot of his high school friends in subsequent years were asking us about our experiences, which is probably why we're so comfortable sharing it tonight, because we've actually shared it with our other years below that subsequent to Nick's attending in Australia. And so we actually have lots of friends now who are in Griffith University Medical School, Perth Medical School,
and Queensland.
Yeah. So, and Queensland Dentistry. Yeah. So just saying that we have some, and then also the one up in James Cook. Anyway, so, hopefully we can sort of share although we're sharing pictures from UQ Dental, because of course not the other parents didn't necessarily send us pictures of their kids, just to give you an example of, they had a lot of fun. So these are some of the things that they would just, I guess, showed up on his Instagram, and I thought they were really funny. Okay, next slide, please. So I did take him down, and the top picture is the before picture. That is literally their first day orientation, and I was that parent that said, hey, why don't you guys get together? I want to take a picture. So, if anybody else wants to be that parent of your kid, it's not that embarrassing. I mean, it might be a little, but I got the picture. So anyway, that's the very first day orientation on the top, and on the bottom is their pajama day on their 5th year. Yeah. It's one of the things that they do before graduation. So that's 5 years later. Okay, these are other pictures of some of the dental balls that they would have. The top picture is an earlier shot, and then the bottom one is also the graduation. And I think what was really cool is that, particularly, I guess we can speak about the Brisbane experience. When they would go out, some of these bars had professional photographers, and it's crazy. He would the next day be able to go through and find pictures of himself, and he would just send them to us. We got a lot of pictures of our son at school, more than our other 2 kids that went to Ontario universities who stayed in our same time zone. I feel like we spent more time speaking and being closer to Nick than we were to the ones that stayed in our same time zone.